I'm now going to talk about a range of HDMI splitters that we've added onto the tvtrade.ie website. I have examples in front of me here of the three different types we're going to stock, which is a two-way HDMI splitter, a four-way splitter, and an eight-way splitter. Now basically the purpose of these splitters is to allow the signal from a HD box, similar to the one that I have here in front of me, to be run to up to 2, 4 or 8 separate televisions. Now it's separate from a combiner and different from a combiner, which would actually take the inputs from a number of different HD receivers or players and feed them to a single television and a switching system with them then. This one simply splits one signal from a single output device to a number of televisions. But it can be very useful, particularly if you have a house that's pre-wired with either Cat5 or with HDMI leads, where you want to, we have the box in the central location and you want to run it with full HD quality to a number of different televisions. So just basically what comes in the box, well, it's the same kit basically. With two-way we have a unit here, a two-way unit. We have an actual an instruction manual, and we have a power unit similar to this. So it actually runs in 9 volts or 5 volts, and a single amp will power it, so very, very low power usage on it. In terms of what is it compliant, well, it's full HD, it's 1080p compliant, and the version on it is 1.3. Now there's a version above this now which is 1.4, and the main importance of that, is significance of it, is that the very latest splitters can handle 3D, but I mean the cost is far higher, and you know 3D is still a technology that may or may not take off, in my opinion anyway. So you know, still the industry is very dominated by 1.3. So I'll just quickly give a demonstration on this box here. What we have here currently is we have this particular satellite channel, and it's been set to a HD channel here, in this case a BBC HD, okay? And what we want to do here is we simply want to we have it run into a single television, but if there was a situation where we wanted to run this to multiple televisions, how would we approach it? Well, this is where the splitter comes into its own, and I'll just quickly demonstrate on how we'll install it. What I'll do here initially is I'm going to disconnect the HDMI lead from the back of this satellite receiver. Now I'll just twist the satellite receiver around like this. You can just see here there's a HD output here, and I disconnect it here, okay? And what we're going to do here is we'll connect this HDMI lead here. Now on the TV Trade website we sell a whole range of HDMI leads from 1 meter all the way up to 20 meter. So we just connect this in here, and what we do next is we simply come along, and there's on the end of this particular unit there's an input marked, okay? So what we do here is we simply come along, push in the input here with our HD lead connected like this, and we take the power unit here, the external power unit, and connect it in here and push it in, and with that we'll see the LED lights flash on this, and we know we're after receiving power on it, okay? So if they just flash when the power is initially connected, then what we do next here is we take the HD lead that's connected to the television, and we push it, in this case we say, into output 1, just wait a few moments here, and once it detects the signal, what happens now is the LED relative to that output comes on, so we can see that that particular one is working, okay? And we have the HD here, and if we turn the volume up on this particular thing, we can see it successfully transferred the sound and the picture. So it's quite successful there, and you can see here the picture quality on it is still full HD. Now if we come along here and disconnect, and we can use output 2, and we'll just insert it here firmly. Once again we wait maybe 2 or 3 seconds, the red light comes on, and it works equally well on the other setup on it, okay? Now the 4 is identical, 4-way with the exception that of course you can connect 4 televisions with it, okay? And when we come along here, I'll just demonstrate the top of the range one that we have here, which is an 8-way. And what we do here is we simply we'll just disconnect this unit here, the 2-way unit, and we can simply slot in the 8-way unit directly onto it, okay? So what we'll do here again, if you look at the back of this particular box here, we have a HD input here. So we take an input directly off of the box and put it in here, like this. Sorry. And we slot it in there, okay? And then we'll just get the power, we'll connect that next. Apologies here. The power input on this particular one is over in this corner. So sorry, we'll just connect it in. And we flip the box around. So we have an on-off switch here on this now. So we'll just turn on the switch here and the lights flash simply like this. And we come along here and we'll connect. You can see all 8 lights here are not connected. So I'm just going to connect this on input 1 on this particular box here. So what we'll do is we simply connect it in like this. We'll wait for a moment and we can see here that L1 will come on at this point here, and with the picture again on the television. If I move it down to a different slot here, we'll say it's going to be input 3. Just wait a moment, and once again, so it's quite good there. We can tell which ports on the back are being used or which are working correctly, okay? So that's quite good for identification of an issue here. If I actually come along here and disconnected this HDMI from the back of the television here, you'll see that it actually goes off. So if you're wondering, trying to trace back which television was working off this particular one, it's quite easy to do it then as well, because it has to complete the circuit before that LED light will come on. So that is quite a handy feature of this particular thing. Now there's also a reset button on it, so if we have a particular problem, we can just come along and just hit the reset button and just reset the box. Just knocks it out for a moment and then it just comes back on like that. So the reason that we were happy to stock these particular splitters is, you know, we tested them fairly extensively. They worked extremely well, and they were just, you know, a fraction of the price of a lot of the other splitters, and seem to have all of the meet all the requirements. And you know, from units we've sold to date, you know, as they work extremely well for us. So that's a new range of products we have available on the tvtrade.ie website.